humanoid facial pattern detected. Welcome to Repcon headquarters, Rocketeer. Come all this way to see our little facility, have you? I'm here to answer any and all questions you may have. I can answer whatever questions you'd like, provided your query is limited to Repcon history, research and development, or Robco. Repcon's illustrious history began way back in 2054, shortly after the famous Delta 11 rocket was completed and launched. Repcon's initial focus was on the development of fuel to be used in orbital propulsion, in response to the energy crisis of 2052. The company really took off when Robco purchased Repcon in late 2076 to develop unmanned rockets to explore the solar system. Very well. The tour showcases Repcon's amazing scientific contributions. And excellent, excellent. Ready for the Repcon tour, Rocketeers? Courtesy of the fine folks at Robco, I'll be your guide today on the path of scientific discovery. In the lead-lined case behind me is a spent radioactive rod from one of our old reactors. No need to stand too close. Let's move along, shall we? Look here, a row of multicolored plasma fuels. Careful, they may look safe to drink, but your stomach is the last place they should be. Why the difference in cylinder size? Refining our production methods has resulted in higher yields of fuel over time. That's why. To my right, you can see a sample of some old safety barrels Repcon once used to store radioactive waste. Perfectly safe. On my left is an example of a mountain of Repcon safety barrels some legislators claim are poisoning our environment. Ridiculous. Behind me is our most recent rocket project, which we're keeping under our hats until launch, if you'll pardon the expression. And in front of me is a model, not actual size, of the launch dome we are using to send our rockets screaming into orbit. Now these colorful fellows behind me are Repcon's earliest experiments in flight. Feel free to read the plaques and learn, Rocketeers. Now for the highlight of our tour. Due to a generous donation from Robco, this next exhibit showcases the wondrous world of robots. Around you are the incredible iBot, the fearsome SentryBot, and the always helpful Mr. Handy. That helpfulness runs through our whole line. This is the final stop on our tour. This model of our solar system is a small example of where the partnership between Robco and Repcon hopes to go. See those little rockets zipping about? They are manned by robots, tirelessly looking for resources to mine on planets beyond our own. And that's it for our tour today, Rocketeers. Robco and its tiny partner Repcon thank you. Any further questions? Please, feel free to ask.
Welcome back.
Hey, I've got a lot to do. Excellent job. Where'd you learn to do all that? I don't think I could have done much better myself. Very impressive. As for the men, they'll recover soon and be back on the front lines in no time. Huh, circle of life. I'll send word to Major Politely about your work here. Once again, you have my sincerest thanks.
Wish I had a first recon guy looking after me.
Back already? What do you need? Dr. Richards said you did a good job in there. That's mighty high praise coming from him. Well, with that over with, and the Legion forces that Nelson defeated, we finally have some breathing room. Now we can actually try to strengthen our forces along the river and prepare for the upcoming battle at Hoover Dam. That red beret's looking good, soldier.
Hello. Y'all sure are a big old hero. I gotta write my mama and tell her I met you. They're mostly pretty nice. Poindexter showed me how to make fireworks. Raz kind of scares me sometimes, but well, as it turns out, we had a string of bad harvests a few years back. Pa said he couldn't afford to feed but 3 youngins or we'd starve. As the biggest one, it was my job to go join the army so's my sisters could eat and so's we wouldn't all be killed by raiders and Jesus would love us. It's all right, I guess. I don't like all the fighting we gotta do, though. I ain't scared. I just don't like hurting folks is all. Ma always used to tell me, boy, every day she told me that. Well, I was born on a farm out in California. Weren't much. Me, Ma, and Pa, my 2 sisters, and about 40 acres of corn and Brahmin. Didn't ever have no problems, really, except for some lean years. Oh, it's a fine place. The lake is real pretty, and we don't get bothered much by... Oh, shit, here comes the brown noser. We don't talk too much, mostly. Well, Hanrahan's a big pussy, ain't good for shit in a fight. And Mags? Whatever. Not like I need any of them. I do... Ain't much to tell. Grew up out west, and yeah, not many people have. Wasn't really a good place for kids, you know? I joined up... Shit, man, it was this or the Fiends. At least this way, the badasses with the top shelf. What do you want to know? Whole place used to be some kind of rich bastard resort. Now the Rangers use the old resort, and we grunts get to live in...
No. Hell of a battle at Nelson. I'm impressed. I guess I wanted to make something of myself, you know? Be the best of the best. I wanted to be a ranger, but guess this is as close as I get. Easy. This is where they send all the fuck-ups and people they don't want. But hey, it's not like I'm bitter or anything. Yeah, I mean, no. They're okay people, but they don't care, you know? They're slack... Please. Camp Golf is where they shuffle off anybody they don't want anymore. Not much to tell, really. I grew up in New Reno, joined up, took my shot at being a ranger, didn't make it, so... Gee, I don't know. Maybe because I'm saddled with the worst damn unit in the NCR Army.
I'm assuming you aren't associated with the Army or the Rangers. What can I do for you? However, as I am by far the most intelligent and resourceful figure on this base, I feel it's safe to say the soldiers here look up to me. I suppose if you must stick with your narrow... To what purpose? It's highly... Suffice to say, I'm a certified genius, and when I'm discharged from this pit of testosterone and... It's a simple idea. The Army offers fiscal security and generous benefits at the cost of substantial If you perform too poorly, they'll scrub you out. All I have to do is ride that mediocrity.
Oh, hell. I've been here since the first push into Vegas. Back in the day, this camp was the hotspot for conflicts with... These days, I spend most of my time trying to beat a little discipline into the soldiers under... Yeah, well, somebody has to wrangle those washouts and losers. Disappointed. We call them the Misfits for a reason. The squad leader's got some promise, kid named Mags. But as for the rest, I don't see much hope. I'm going to make them shape up if it kills me, though. You're welcome to try. Hell, maybe they'll listen to somebody that... Man, it's my life. I joined up when I was 16. Yeah, well, I didn't want to get promoted out of the field. I didn't join...
Wish I had a first...
Wow, the big celebrity. He did, huh? Well, good luck with that. Well, if you ask me, what we really need is to get this whole squad... I'm sure the other... Are you sure? I've got enough clout to get them started, but these guys are pretty lazy.
You're... Recon guy looking out for me.
Okay, everybody's lined up and... You heard the man, people. Get focused. I've got the one at 11 o'clock. Raz, O'Hanrahan, take the two on the right. Poindexter, the center. I'm really not sure. That was...